Welcome to Recipe Rebel, episode 1. Now, what have we got in our surprise box today? What are we going to be making? We are going to be making banana loaf with berries.
Now, this is adapted from a recipe from the plan that I follow, the fixate plan that I follow in portion control. And I'm going to show you how easy it is, or we're going to show you how easy it is to make one of our favourite recipes. So that we've adapted slightly. We've turned it from muffins into bread, and we've added berries instead of apples. So we prefer it this way.
And it was originally, what was it originally?
It was originally banana apple muffins.
But now it is banana loaf with berries.
And we love this because it's got no added sugar whatsoever. It's sweetened just with the berries and the banana, and it's delicious.
Did you hear that? No added sugar at all.
And also how easy it is to use. The portion control containers that I use to maintain, I lost and maintain my weight with, also to use these to cook with, so I don't need to measure anything. It's all through these lovely containers. So we start with, what have we got in here, Alfie?
We have got mashed banana.
Great.
We start off with mashed banana. We don't want to have to. We mashed up already because we don't want to have to show you all that boring, just mashing up bananas. So let's get to the exciting stuff.
The exciting stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to need to put some eggs in there. So can you crack them into a cup, Alfie, so that in case we get any shell, it's always best to crack them into a cup first.
Of course.
Can you remember how to crack the eggs?
Yes, I can.
So in here we've got, that's it, lovely, 2 medium bananas.
Then pour the cup.
Not yet, we're going to mix that up first, and I'm just going to get that piece of shell out, but good, really good actually, that was only a little bit of shell. And a top tip is to get shell out with the shell, because it works. Right, there's your second egg, so you're going to crack that one for me as well, nice and gently. All right.
Oh, this looks like a nice juicy one.
A nice juicy egg, okay, lovely. Can you go and grab a fork, darling, and
when
then you can give that a mix?
Yes, and when it's done, you should have no yellow yolks. It should be all mixed.
Oh, actually, there you go, you can use that fork.
Yes.
Save on the washing up.
So when you're done mixing it up, there can be no yellow yolks. You need to mix it all in. And then what do we do after this? Pour that in there?
We mix it. So what we do is we have the wet ingredients in one bowl, the dry in another, and then we mix them together. So this is a wet ingredient, along with the bananas.
See, it should look like this.
That's it. Lovely. Pour that in.
Now pour it in on a juicy banana loaf.
And then you're going to mix that in with the... Give that a good mix. In the meantime, I'm going to melt some butter. I've got a tablespoon of butter here. If you can get organic butter, grass-fed, nice natural, that's great. So we're just going to pop that in the microwave for a few seconds just to melt it. And then we're going to chuck that in as well, throw that in as well.
So what are your hopes for this? Do you think it's going to be yum?
I think it's going to be delicious. We
I
know
do
we've
too.
had this before. And Sunday's prep day for us, so I usually do lots of food prep on a Sunday. So I've already done some turkey mince and some spinach cooked over here. I'm going to do a little more later, but these are our treats. I like to prep treats, and particularly as it's going to be half term, and I've got a little man here who's going to be off wanting lots of lovely food.
Yes.
So that's why it's a good idea to prep. Right, there's our melted butter. Just give that another few seconds.
And speaking of which, I'm hungry.
Are you? Well, you can lick the bowl in a minute.
Yes.
And then I'll make some lunch. Right.
Good. I love licking the bowl.
So we're going to pour in that melted butter, give that a good stir as well.
But how much melted butter?
Thank you, that was a tablespoon of melted butter.
So it's a tablespoon of melted butter.
Okay, so here's where this comes in handy. We've got 1.5 cups of almond flour, or ground almonds is absolutely fine. So 1.5, about 1.5 there, yep. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of, about 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Let me just go grab a teaspoon.
In case you didn't hear, 3/4. 3/4 of a teaspoon
of the baking powder goes in there, and we just mix that all in. And the reason we do wet and dry separately is at least that way now the baking powder is evenly spread through all of the flour. Right.
So now this bowl looks like this.
This bowl looks like
this.
And you're going to pour the dry stuff into the wet.
Yes.
And you're going to give that a really good mix.
So now it looks like this, and you need to give it a good mix. So it looks really, so you can't see any of the wet stuff. Well, it'll sort of look like a crumble. It'll look like a sort of apple crumble, won't it?
Kind of all mix in and go.
It should look like a crumbly sort of thing.
And then you mix it, starts to mix in.
Mix it even more.
It'll go like a cake.
Yeah, cakey.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
So,
I'll just scrape
you
some
think
of that
this is a
stuff
good
from
enough?
the side,
Do you
darling.
think this is a good enough mix?
You're doing a really good job. I'm just going to scrape some of that in from the sides.
Okay. So we've got a bigger cake.
So we get all the dry stuff mixed in with all the wet stuff. Now, this is where we change the recipe
So
slightly.
we've got sort of like a sloppy stuff.
Yeah, that's
Sloppy.
all mixed in. Yum, yum, yum.
So now we've changed the recipe slightly.
We have, because this is supposed to be chopped apple, but I love to use just frozen berries. So can you mix those in for me as well? And that's half a cup. So again, we've just used that measure. We haven't really had to worry about weighing anything.
So now once you've mixed the berries in randomly, it should look sort of like this. But you don't have to mix the berries. You can stick with the original recipe.
Yep, you can use chopped apple. And you can use muffin cases, but we're going to use a loaf tray because I think this just comes out really, really nice. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of coconut oil just to stop it sticking to the baking paper. And what I normally like to do, and I am going to leave this for now, what I normally like to do is just leave it for a few minutes to let the berries melt a little, and then you get some more flavour into the berry juice goes into there.
Oh, that looks lovely.
And it's really, really nice. Here, look, just have a little taste.
Have a little taste there. I love licking
A little taste. Big. And it's really sweet, isn't it? Like for the fact that we've not added any sugar.
This is lovely.
Maple syrup or anything, it's really sweet, and they're beautiful, these. As I say, as muffins, it makes about 9 muffins, but we're going to make it into a loaf today and slice that into 9 slices. And then we're going to bake that in the oven. I'll have to add that on because I can't remember what I think it's probably for about 15 minutes, might be, yeah, about 15-20 minutes, but I'll check that on, I'll pop it on in the post, and that's it.
One thing, if you don't like cooking it, don't worry, it's worth it. It's so yum.
And it's easy, isn't it?
It's
didn't
easy.
take long.
It didn't take long at all. Can I have another little taste?
Right, do you want to stop the video? Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye. And oh yes, I hope you enjoy licking the bowl too.